Hello cozy gamers and welcome back to the Cozy Gaming Club. Fae Farm comes out in just 3 days and I'm sure you can't wait to get your hands on it. If you're going to be diving in on September 8th, here are 9 tips that you probably want to know before you get started. But first, this video would not have been possible without the free key I received to try out the game early, so thank you so much to Phoenix Labs and Keymailer. Tip number 1 has been a hot topic in everyone's reviews, including my own, and it's about your name. In case you don't know, you can't change your name in the character creation screen in Fae Farm. Instead, it takes the name of either your Steam account, your Switch nickname, or your Phoenix Labs name. The developers have stated that this is something they're going to look into changing in future patches, but if you're going to be a day one player, then you'll probably want to know how to get around this. The easiest way to change your name is to create a Phoenix Labs account when you're prompted to at the start of the game. If you're playing multiplayer, you'll be doing this anyway, as it's required to play online. But if you're worried about being added to a mailing list and don't want to share your information with Phoenix Labs, you can simply change your Nintendo Switch or Steam nickname, create your game, and then change it back again afterwards. On your first day in Fae Farm, your stamina is free, and there's no time limit, which means you can do as much or as little work as you'd like. I would recommend trying to clear your entire farm on the first day. As you'll see in this video, you run out of stamina very quickly, and there's a lot more work to be done on your farm. If you do it all on this first day, it saves your stamina in later days to do other things like mining and fishing. In total, it took me about 13 minutes to clear my entire farm, at least of all the things that I could clear at this point in time. And as a result, I got 150 beech lumber, around 150 fiber, and 48 rocks, among other things, which will save me time in the future when I have to collect them for later quests. As I'm sure you know, building more furniture for your house helps to increase your health, stamina, and mana, so by chopping all the wood on your first day, you'll be able to craft new furniture, letting you quickly increase your stats early on in the game. Just make sure you've cleared everything before you talk to Merit after completing the marketplace quest, or you'll be immediately forced to bed and won't be able to continue. On the second day, you'll have a bit more freedom over what to do with your time. The first thing I'd suggest is to make some money from huckleberries. Huckleberries can be found all over Azoria, but the easiest ones to get are right on your farm and regenerate every couple of days. Rather than sell them as they are, I'd recommend taking them to your campfire and turning them into toasted berries. Huckleberries sell for 3 florins, while toasted berries sell for 7 florins. So it's an extra 4 florins for everyone sold, which adds up quickly when you're selling 32 of them. This tip can easily help you net 224 florins a day with very minimal effort required. This leads me really nicely into my next tip, which is that cooking items separately is much quicker than cooking them in a stack. Here you can see I went a little bit wild and collected 46 huckleberries in my first day. Now I want to cook them all off, so I start by cooking a stack of 10, and you can see here that the timer starts going. But then if I cook one at a time and fill up all the rest of the available spaces in the stove, they will cook just as fast as the first toasted berry in the stack of 10. The timer to cook them is actually the same, which means I can cook the remaining 36 berries in the same time it took me to cook around 4 from the stack. This really saves time while cooking and is especially useful if you're rushing to put them on the marketplace table before the end of the day. Despite what Merit and the tip screen in Fae Farm say, some food items are not always better valued when you cook them. Some of the fish, like rainbow trout and herring, are actually worth more when sold as themselves, rather than turning them into charred fish. Here you can see that my herring and rainbow trout are both worth 35 florins, while charred fish is only worth 23 florins. You'll need to be extra careful if you put them in your storage room, as the campfire and other work tables on your farm can pull from the storage. It can be really easy to cook your rare fish without even realizing. For tip number 2, I suggested that you clear your entire farm on the first day to make use of the free stamina. But what you may notice in the following days is that, unlike other farming games, your trees don't respawn. One solution to this is to buy sapling seeds from Willow at the marketplace. They sell both oak and beech saplings that you can plant on your farm and they'll grow within a few days. This is actually what I did in my first playthrough, and I wasted so much money before I discovered what I'm about to tell you. But before that, please note that to plant trees you need to use your build menu. This took me way too long to figure out. While trees on your farm don't respawn, trees in other areas do. If you exit your farm on the top right and follow the curve for the path round, you can chop down all the trees here and they'll respawn within the next few days. This was a massive game changer for me, especially when it came to making furniture, because you'll need a lot of oak planks for crafting. When you unlock the mines and start collecting ores among other stones and minerals, it can be so easy to just power through all of the levels. But later on you'll realize that you need to get quite deep into the mine for quests, and that can be difficult without seals. Seals can be used to permanently unlock a door on a mine's level, and I'm a little bit ashamed to admit it, but I didn't use seals until maybe my 3rd or 4th trip to the mine. I just didn't think they were that important, but it's incredible how much easier they make navigating the mines. Seals can also be used to quickly teleport between levels, which again is something that took me way too long to figure out. Before that, I was just sprinting through every door, one level at a time, trying to make it down as quick as possible. Seals do cost quite a few of your precious resources, but they can save you so much time in the long run. And although I just told you how important seals are, the first thing that I'd recommend you doing with your precious ores is smelt them into bars and then use them to upgrade your tools. Not only does this help you to destroy rocks and trees quicker, but I noticed that after upgrading my tools, I actually received more resources from breakables. This will save you so much time as you'll get resources that much quicker. Here's a quick comparison of me breaking a citrine with my regular pickaxe and then again with my iron pickaxe. This last one isn't so much a tip as a tutorial. I've seen a lot of people struggling with breeding flowers and wanted to just quickly show you how to do it. In Animal Crossing, you can just put the flowers next to each other and they'll breed around them, but this is not the case in Fae Farm. Instead, you need to leave a space between the flowers that you want to breed, and this will cause a flower to spawn in between them. You can see here that my yellow and red flower created an orange flower. And here's a look at my garden now. I hope you've learned some extra tips in this video that'll help make your first playthrough of Fae Farm a lot easier. Which tip do you think is the most useful, and do you maybe have any tips to share that I didn't include in this video? If you enjoyed this video and want to find out more about cozy games, then make sure to subscribe to the Cozy Gaming Club. I post 2 videos a week on the latest cozy releases. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!